guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gabby Solano and I am a wife and I am a mom of a 23-month-old little girl. I can't believe my little girl is turning 2 in 1 month. She turns 2 in April. So technically I could say I have a 2-year-old, but I don't want her to grow up, guys. Like, I have 1 more month left of saying that I have a 1-year-old. I don't want my little girl to grow up, but she's growing up and her birthday's next month and I am planning that, and I'm so excited to show you everything that I am planning for her birthday. But this video is about what I feed my toddler throughout the day, right? Like I said, she's 23 months old and she actually just got out of like a little picky eating stage. Now, it wasn't too severe. Like, it was just a couple things that she was refusing that she once ate. For example, chicken, proteins, strawberries, broccoli. I think those were the main things that she was kind of like rejecting. So we just got out of that, and I just want to show you what she eats during the day, and I wanted to tell you how she got out of it. A lot of times we label our kids as picky eaters, but instead they're actually going through a picky eating stage. So this happens to all of our kids. I've read on this, I've done the research. This happens to every single kid. Our kids all go through a stage where they will prefer a French fry over an apple, or they will reject certain foods that they once ate. So it's not necessarily that they're a picky eater, rather they're going through that stage. So Arrow just left that stage. But what I did was I continued introducing the things that she was not eating. So chicken, protein, like I said, strawberries, broccoli. Even though she was refusing those things, I would still introduce them. So if you're a mom and you're watching, if your child is refusing certain foods that they once ate, continue introducing the foods. Even though they may reject it, even though they may not eat it, eventually one day they'll grab their little fork or their little spoon or hand and put the food back into their mouth and start eating it. Again, that's exactly what happened to Arrow with strawberries. Like, she was just not having strawberries, and now she's back to her happy go jolly self eating strawberries. Same thing with chicken. She wasn't eating chicken. Now she's eating chicken again, but I would continue introducing them and putting them in their plate. Always make sure that you put something they actually do like in their plate, just because number one, you want them fed, and number two, you want them to enjoy their meal. Like, it's gonna be easier to get them to eat the food you want them to eat if you have something that they want to eat on their plate. By the way, if you hear Pump Up the Jam in the background, my neighbors are having a crazy party next door. Like, the whole neighborhood could hear their music. So if you hear their music, guys, I'm so sorry. I think their baby is turning 3 or something, because I saw a big giant 3 balloon outside with baby sharks. So I'm guessing that's what's going on outside. But anyway, another thing that we've done to kind of help avoid picky eating is the fact that Arrow eats what we eat. So Arrow will eat whatever I cook for dinner, whatever we're making for the family. That's exactly what she'll eat. Like, I don't do a separate meal for her. Like, I try not to give her chicken nuggets or macaroni and cheese or stuff like that. Like, I have those things for emergency situations, or maybe on a day where I haven't had the chance to cook, or I won't have the chance to cook, or maybe my mother-in-law's babysitting her, or I don't know, just a day that I really can't get to the kitchen. So I keep that, but that's not necessarily what she eats every day. So whatever I cook for lunch, that's exactly what she'll eat. And honestly, it's been a blessing because she eats everything. We're a Hispanic house, we're all Latinos here, and you know what? She's used to our flavorful cooking. So that's another tip that I have for you. If you want to avoid picky eating, first time mamas, listen up. Try not to introduce mac and cheese and chicken nuggets and all that stuff too early on, because warning, they're going to love it. Like, what kid does not like mac and cheese? Like, I love mac and cheese, I love chicken nuggets, but we know that's not the best option health-wise. So try to avoid and stay away from introducing those foods, and just give your child what you eat during the day. So if during the day you cook some yummy pasta bolognese, or you cook rice and a protein and a salad, or whatever it is, like, just give that to your kid. Like, they're going to get used to it. Their palate's going to get used to it, and you won't have to be making separate meals and spending more money and all that stuff. Just don't do it. So that's something I've done with Arrow, and she'll eat exactly what we eat, and it's helped avoid picky eating. Something else before we continue with the video is that Arrow has been going through a little bit of constipation, so I tweaked some things in her diet recently that help her with that. So you'll see that in the video as well. But I don't want to keep talking. I don't want to keep babbling and boring you. So let's get right into the video. And this is what my toddler eats throughout the day. We start off the morning with some scrambled eggs, and what I usually do is I just make scrambled eggs for everybody, and then from there I give to Arrow. I think the key to a good scrambled egg is just the amount of time you beat the egg. Honestly, the longer you beat the eggs, the fluffier they will be. So go right ahead and do that. And then what I like to do is once the egg is cooking, I like to bring it towards the center like you see here. And then I add my salt and pepper right at the very end. I find that if I add salt in the beginning, it changes the texture of the egg for some reason. But anyway, there's a million ways to do scrambled eggs. This is just the way that I like to prepare them. Like I mentioned before, Arrow's been going through some constipation issues, so I find that this Activia yogurt helps wonders with her tummy issues. I was giving her the Stonyfield organic yogurt, but it just wasn't doing it, so I needed something a little bit stronger. The downside is this does have a little bit more sugar, but you know what? It helps her stomach and it helps her feel better. So today she is having yogurt. She's having some scrambled eggs as well, and I like to add a fruit to her breakfast all the time. So today she's gonna have banana with her breakfast. And this is also something that I do if your child has constipation issues. Add in some flaxseed to their food. So here I have some ground flaxseed and I'm just adding it to the yogurt. Here comes the banana. There's something about bananas, kids love them. And this is her breakfast. And guys, a fun fact, if your child is going through constipation issues, make sure that you give them a very ripe, well-matured banana. If they're not ripe enough yet, it can actually have a counter effect and it could actually worsen their constipation. So make sure that the banana is very ripe. A trick I learned early on was to just place their plate on the dining table and walk away when eating. Kids, for some reason, the more you hover over them, the less likely they are to eat. So just put the plate down and walk away. Here's another breakfast option that I like to prepare for Arrow, and it's just those frozen pre-packaged pancakes. On Saturdays and Sundays when we have time, I go all out and make homemade pancakes, but on the weekdays when we gotta go, this is what I make for her. Scrambled eggs, strawberries, and pancakes. Now I'm gonna make some spaghetti bolognese, and I have some veggies here that I'm gonna chop up: garlic, onion, green bell pepper, and cilantro. So I'm gonna chop up all these veggies. And if you don't like cilantro, you can substitute it with parsley. I know that parsley is actually a little bit more traditional. Now I have some hot oil in the pan, and I'm just gonna drop my veggies in. We're gonna saute the veggies for a little bit. And guys, all these recipes are just like trial and error. I don't have specific measurings for anything. So I just added my ground turkey, and we're gonna cook that. We're gonna brown that turkey along with the veggies. This process usually takes like 5 minutes to have the ground turkey cooked. All right, and here I just added my spices. I added salt and pepper, some paprika, some garlic powder, and basically anything else that you like to flavor your ground beef or ground turkey with. You can actually substitute the turkey with ground beef, but in this case I wanted to make a little healthier version, so that's what I did. After you've added your seasonings and spices, guys, this tomato sauce is the bomb. It will make all the difference in your pasta. I highly recommend this sauce. So you just pour it over, and then I like to add in some milk to mix in the remainder of the sauce inside the jar. In this case I added lactate milk because we have lactose intolerant people in our home, so I put that right in there and it gives it like a creamy texture. I love it. Like I was saying, I highly recommend that Bertolli sauce. After I used that Italian sausage sauce, I never went back to any other marinara sauce ever. That Italian flavor, sorry, not the Italian flavor, but the sausage flavor gives it so much like richness, and it adds a little bit of smokiness. I highly recommend this sauce. In this case, I'm using gluten-free elbow macaroni. So just drop that in hot water and it cooks just like regular macaroni. Then just add that to your sauce and you're all done. You can also use regular pasta, not just elbow macaroni. All right, so lunch is served, and today she's having this pasta with some avocado. Arrow loves avocado. She'll eat like literally an entire Haas avocado by herself. So that's what she's gonna be eating this with. What are you doing? You don't want to eat with your eyes open? No? You really want to savor the food? Let's see how much you've eaten. Wow, you've eaten almost your whole entire plate. Good job, bebe. Oh my goodness. After lunch is usually her nap time. So what I do for nap time is I just give her about 4 to 5 ounces of almond milk before her bedtime, and that's what she drinks, and then she goes night-night. Arrow usually naps for about 2 hours. After she wakes up from her nap, I give her a snack, and I usually like to give her a fruit. On this day, I cut up some pears. Like I was saying, because of her constipation issues, I've had to give her a lot of pears. Pears actually help ease stomach problems. So if your toddler's going through any stomach issues, give them pears. For dinner, we had the same exact thing as lunch, which is just the pasta. I added peas and some extra avocado. Another recipe that I wanted to show you today was Arroz Con Pollo, which is chicken and rice in Spanish. But I made a really simple and quick Arroz Con Pollo today that I wanted to show you. So basically, saute some chicken thighs. I'm using my Instant Pot today, but you can definitely use your regular pots and pans. Just make sure they're deep because rice does grow. So just drop your chicken in there, add salt and pepper. I'm also adding paprika. I love paprika. I think it's my favorite seasoning ever. I added some cumin and some adobo sauce. Well, not sauce, adobo powder, sorry. So mix that all up, and once your chicken is cooked, add your veggies. In this case, I chopped up some onion, some red and green bell peppers, some cilantro, and some garlic. Then I'm gonna add this mixed vegetables bag. I added the entire bag on this occasion because I was feeding the entire family. Then I added some cooking wine. Add 3 cups of rice plus 4 cups of water. Set your Instant Pot to pressure cook for 20 minutes and you'll have delicious Arroz Con Pollo. This is it. And this is what my toddler eats in a day. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you got some ideas to cook for your kids and hopefully avoid picky eating. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you in my next video.